The first thing to do is find an image that has many colors and contrast. So open up a new tab, click on images, and search for something that you would like to work with. Now, when thinking about it, we don't want to use anything like a polar bear in Snowstorm. That does not have a lot of colors. It does not have a lot of contrast. Colorful birds would be great, but be careful. Like we have a bird here that I love this bird. It's crazy looking, but we also have to make sure that it is going to be 4 inches by 2 inches. So basically a rectangle. And if we did that here, we'd only get part of the bird. So I would say, for instance, here is a nice picture. Make sure that the resolution is good. So we're looking at the number in the bottom right-hand corner. This is 1100 by 734. So that is good. And I can download that by right-clicking and then save image as, making sure that it has a good name that I can find it quite easily. And then I'm going to go ahead and open that up in Photoshop. So remember, don't create a new file right away. Just click on open and choose that particular image that you like. Then you are going to crop it, and we want to crop it at a 4 inches by 2 inches ratio. 4 by 2 is also 2 by 1. You could use either of those numbers. 2 by 1 is just half of 4 by 2, and either of them are going to give you the same rectangle because it's a ratio at this point, not a size. So I'm going to click on my rectangular marquee tool, and then up in the options here, change the style from normal to fixed ratio. And then again, as I said before, you can do a 4 by 2 up here or 2 by 1. Either way, it's going to mean the same thing. And then I'll click and drag right across it. So it gets a nice part of the image. If I don't particularly like exactly what I chose, I could come back and redo it again by just clicking and dragging across it again, or you can do the deselect Command D and then starting over. Once you have the selection as you like it, you're going to come up to Image, Crop, and that crops it down to that 4 by 2 ratio. But this is not 4 inches by 2 inches. Again, that's a 2 by 1 ratio, same thing. It's not 4 inches by 2 inches. We need to go up to Image, Image Size, and then here we can see what size it is. Right now, it's actually 15 by 7 roughly, or 15 by 8 inches. Make sure that this says inches, not pixels, because if it says pixels, you're going to have a problem. If you try changing that to 4 by 2 pixels, that's pretty much nothing. So we want to make sure that it says inches. And if you have a problem here with the width and height right there, not exactly matching, you want to make sure that it is actually perfectly 4 by 2. So I would say unlink this little chain right here and then make sure it's a perfect 4 by 2. It may resize it slightly, but it's not going to distort it a whole lot. So this is our 4 inches by 2 inches. I'm zoomed way in on this. That is fine. And now I'm going to create a new, the larger 12 inch by 8 inch canvas and import that into it, which we will do in the next video.